Other like animals, many have died already, stabbing men as a hobby to a lady. But why? Peer pressure leading youngsters to end up making wrong decisions and making their lives so miserable. No one takes action against starvation. The creation of freedom does not mean we are free. Democracy is just a slogan, yet to say we live in a world of democracy. What happened to the spirit of Ubuntu? The soul of Mama Africa has vanished. What happened to the Africans? Africa, come back to the land of our ancestors. Black or white, why does it have to matter? Because humanity is the theme. By Rendani, Lona, Tulu, and Prudi. Gareth, thank you.
Please welcome William to the stage.
I feel ashamed about my country. I feel ashamed about my country because of what is happening. Example, racism. Children dropping out of school becoming gangsters instead of changing the world and making a difference, which will not prosper in our world. The abuse of women and children affect our economy because we live in fear. Teenage pregnancy. Children or youth of these days date sugar daddies, which lead to teenage pregnancy. Service delivery. The government doesn't bring services delivery in our community, so it affects our education. Thank you.
Please welcome Kwagere to the stage.
You know, I get embarrassed about the things that are happening in my community. Women abuse is not good as it lowers the self-esteem of the victims and making them feeling less of human beings. Taking drugs while you are a teenager is not good as it kills you and making you feel unhealthy. Many people tend to commit suicide because of the difficult problems that they are facing. People, I would like to advise you to take care of your life as you know that life is not magic. You need to apply tools to make it better. Thank you.
Well, I'm blown away. That was like professional poetry. You're already poets. Okay, great. So obviously you have a great idea of what spoken word is, which is expressing anger, fear, sadness, sorrow at stuff that happens around you and stuff that happens within yourself. So what we're going to do now is have a look at some young poets from the University of Johannesburg.
I spoke to this beautiful masterpiece for about 2 seconds, and I swear 2 millennia went by. Seconds were hours and days were moments, and I swear angels lost their wings when our heart bled and cried. Okay, I won't lie and say me and her run with the wind, because the wind is constantly trying to catch up with us. And she, not of this world, her name is written in constellations of stars. The most perfect jazz melody is only her breathing, and planets climb down to paint radiance into her aura while she is sleeping.
Was that your brief rhyme? You had to work on rhyming words.
Where success is really to take the world.
Damn! I know! Damn!
I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. Together this life that I'm going to
It's a chain reaction. You know, when one domino falls, you know, they all fall if they are in one line, you know. So you need to work strongly as a team so that all the chain links are tight, are working together, and no one is saying, oh yeah, I'm ready, but so-and-so is not here. That's bad film work. It costs you money, it costs you time, it costs you unhappiness and so on.
So you want to know the difference between the production manager and the director? Okay, the director is the person who came up with the idea for the film. It's actually their film, they're making it, their film. Everybody else around them is supporting them to make that film. What's happening today is you're also going to be filming the show. So the same groups that you interviewed last week, you're going to work in the same two groups. The group that interviewed somebody last week will be the crew lexical, and the other group will be doing their poetry. So the first group is that, poetry. Who was the group that worked with them last week? So you're going to be the crew now.
Pride is the love that is sweet. Pride is the love that is within me. The love that sings and rhymes like a saxophone. It delights the ear that is in the phone, and it weighs the strength that is in my soul, and make me embrace my humility. It is the love that has quality, the love that shows reality, and it is the love that sheds the country. Pride is the love that is within me, the love that shines like sun in day, the love that shines like moon in night. This is the love that has the beauty like a flower, and all I leave you with is to embrace this love.
Gareth is my identity. I want to render a poem about God I come before you. The God who created heaven and earth, the God who created this creature called a human being. God, I come before you as a sinner, seeking for your help. God, remember me like no man, protect me like Daniel, favor me like Moses, heal me like no man. Prosper me like Isaac, anoint me like David, answer me like Elijah, use me like Paul. Intervene me like you did to Esther, fight for me like you did to Israel. Give me wisdom as you gave your son Solomon. Heal my soul like Job. Oh God of our ancestors, God who gave us life, God, I come before you as a hater. Please wash my sins again and let me be a new born again Christian. Love me as you loved your son, Jesus Christ. Faith is not the belief that God will do what you want, it's the belief that God will do us right. Thank you.
Greetings to you all. Allow us to render a poem about Africa.
Africa. These are the words we say every single day, asking our Lord and Savior to protect us. Our brothers and sisters came here in our country, running from their countries, hoping for a better living, but now they have been rejected by us, because we say they are the suspects of all bad things such as crime. But we forget that during apartheid, when we were in need, they opened their doors for us. But why are we disappointing them? Shame on you, South Africa. As a wise man said, I was not born in Africa, but Africa was born in me. The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have.
We sing Gosigelele Africa, which means God bless Africa. Oh, what a blessed land.
Africa, where everybody is free to express their feeling. A place where the atmosphere is always filled with peace. Africa has become united.
We have become a nation that is so determined for greatness, a nation that is looking forward to the future, a nation that is about to be the world's leader. My Africa, my nation, Africa, my motherland. We sing Kosisigelele Africa, the song that made us a new Africa, a new democratic world. Thank you. Greetings everyone, my name is Kerry Maduya and I'm going to random a poem. It's about Diepsloot. Diepsloot is for unity, fill the millions and see our passion. Our hands are joined together as one. This is where unity is formed. When our hearts are joined together, we are undefeatable and indestructible. Diepsloot, a place where talent is seen, a place where kings and presidents are formed. This is Diepsloot, where even the smallest light shine in darkness. Our hearts are pure as gold, stronger than the thunderstorms, and deeper than the ocean. This is Diepsloot, where crime disappears like a rainbow, where police appear like a rainbow, for we are living in a rainbow nation. Diepsloot, a place where success is not final, failure is not fatal, but it's the courage that continues that count.
Afternoon everyone. I'm here to render a poem titled Free at Last. You hurt me. You did everything but loved me. You tried to destroy me, not knowing that you will restore me. Everything you say to me makes me who I am. I am free at last, truly free. You never thought I will wear a crown. Look at me now. I am a conqueror. I will forgive, but don't expect me to forget. I suffered enough, but it made me tough. I am stretching and growing. I will not die, but I will hold up my head up high. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Lebo, and this is my partner Gareth. We'll be the MCs for today's program.
We would like to thank everyone who made it here. Our first speaker is Pelisa Bakela.
She walks swiftly as if she was born of the sun. Behold, she carries the moonlight in her eyes, living in her own world, for she walks on the clouds. Good afternoon to you all. My name is Pelisa Bakela, and I'm going to render a poem entitled You. You. When I locked you in that small dark room, I was hoping that you bring yourself to your own doom. Yes, I mean you. You who watched me as I planned and followed through my own destruction. You who observed as I painted my own vision, my own portrait of revolution. But you who couldn't stop me from destroying it all because of this heavy burden I carry on my shoulders. Yes, I mean you. You who couldn't dive in to help me resurface as I drowned in my own tears. You who watched as I suffocated from the smoke bombs thrown at me by my own fears. You who watched me day by day, dragging these heavy chains tied to my legs. You who watched as they pull me down by the ropes they used to tie me down to this horrible earth. You who watched as they tortured me with words you knew exactly I couldn't understand. Yes, I mean you. You who I had hoped to disappear into that small dark room and never return. You who I had planned vengeance upon. But you. Yes, I mean you. You who chose to bring light to that room. You who tilted my head to show me things you've been trying to show me, but I chose to turn a blind eye to. You who granted me this monarchy and showed me that they always did follow me. You who crowned me queen and showed me that I was born to lead. Yes, I mean you. You who told me that my lips could build a castle, but they could also destroy it too. You.
Now, our next item, she is going to talk about education. Her name is Ntando Ngosi.
Hi, my name is Ntando. I'm about to render my short poem titled I Am a Dreamer. I have a dream, I am a dreamer, I am talking about me. I'm a girl with a dream, a passion to succeed is inside me. It is something that I cannot see or explain, but I know is there. I'm a girl with a dream, not just any dream, but a dream to prosper. A wise man once said, education is the most powerful weapon that can change the world. I have a dream. I am a dreamer. I am talking about me. I am the future leader. I am Ntando Nkosi. I am what I am. I am who I am. I am a girl with a dream, and that is the fact that I will never hide. I have a dream. I am a dreamer. I am talking about me. Thank you.
That was Ntando Nkosi. It was so encouraging.
It is 20 years. We are celebrating our freedom as Africans. I remember when my brothers and sisters were marching down the streets of Soweto, turning their feelings into action that will benefit our country and our future. I am an African, not because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. Greetings to you all. My name is Leslie Ndlovu. Allow me to share these words of wisdom that I have inherited from my ancestors. The title of my poem is The New Africa. The rise of our nation, the rise of our country, where sun rises from the east, a place which our ancestors have been looking and searching and looking for what belongs to us. Freedom. It has been said, it has been proved. 1,000 have died, 1,000 have witnessed. I remember the day, the month, the year, the time. The girl who was killed was my sister. The boy who was killed was my brother. The woman who was killed was my mother. The man who was killed was my father. As I have said, I was not there, but I have inherited this knowledge from my ancestors. We should fly like a dove on its wings, rejoicing and celebrating all this freedom that legend like Tata left for us. This is the time for you, the giant, to wake up and wipe off your dust away and wipe off your sleep away. Time for you, Africa, to pick up the pieces that fell through your crushed fingers and wave them into a chain linking our past, present, and future. As our former President Nelson Mandela have said, if there is a dream about a beautiful South Africa, goodness and forgiveness are the roads that can lead to our goal. There is us that we could be if we can work together to make South Africa a better place for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. Our next poet is Nhlakanipho.
Step by step, the journey goes on. Way by way, it might seem so long. Little by little, I don't seem to reach the end. Oh, poor me. The journey to repair my broken heart is what I'm talking about. The journey to be free from my hairy soil is what I'm promising to talk about. The pain that you've paid me with makes you to be the worst taste on my mouth. Now you are no longer my sweetheart, but the worst poison on my heart. You have broken my heart so many times, but now it has to come to the end. I don't expect you to care because you are forever my enemy. I will smile even though it hurts, and I will laugh even though I can't bear the pain. And I will always pretend to be okay even if I'm not okay. As a wise man said, never waste your time on those who pretend to love you, but waste your time on those who deserve you.
Thank you, Nhlakanipho. Now our next poet is Davy Mogofe.
Greetings to you all. My name is Davy Mogofe and I'm here to render a poem entitled Dear Mama. Dear Mama, you gave birth to a girl who's not a fool but a tool. You made me drink milk and made me to wear a silk. I remember when I was stuck on a tree, you held me and I was free. The day you dragged me to school, people thought you were a fool but you grew a tool. Dear Mama, Mama, you're so colorful like colors. You smell good like flowers. Some others are sour like a lemon and you are sweeter than a watermelon. Dear Mama, you taught me how to tie a tie and when I did it, you brought me a pie. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and that was declared to all the mothers. Apparently now, our next speaker is me. Okay, it goes. Allow me to take you on a journey that rewinds time, taking us back to the olden days. Lebogang Malaji is my identity, and those were the days is what I would be reciting on today. When I say those were the days, I'm not aiming to remind you of the days whereby you were in love, but I should aiming to remind you of the days whereby life was so good. Those were the days whereby laughter was hovering over the surface of the earth, whereby joy was the food we ate and happiness was the air we breathed. Ke gopola ka dinako tsa rona re sa raloka moraba-raba re tlala mantlwantlwan, then mathapama re ya nokeng bashimane ba ya medishong. But now Muswenko is all we know and swag is all we desire. We have forgotten all about our roots. We have forgotten all about education. That's why I stand here with an almost smiling face as I say, those were the days. And yes, everything has turned around in just the blink of an eye. Everything that was good is now a foreign creature that comes from planet unknown. Right now, violence has turned into our hobbies. Crime is now our culture. Sadness is now our mother tongue. And tears are now our best friends. Oh, how I wish I had time in my hands. Oh, how I wish those good days were never gone. But I guess that would be fooling myself. For those were the days, and now they are no more. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Kwanele Chuma, and I'll be rendering a poem entitled Sorrow in My Soul. I seem to be wandering up and down these busy streets of this town, like I'm searching for what could not be found and hoping that things could just turn around. I'm walking around hoping for a miracle to transpire, wishing that God could fulfill my desires, wishing that He could help me build this state of empire. Oh, won't He reach out His hand and get me out of this misery that I'm facing, this pain that I'm feeling, and this hell that I'm living in? My head is filled with confusion. My heart is full of mixed emotions. Whenever I close my eyes, I get these visions of tears and sorrow. My mind is gone, I'm spinning around, and deeply inside, my tears are drowning. My face keeps on frowning, and I just can't take this any longer. I want to be set free. I want to spread my wings and fly. I want that chance again of rejoicing and enjoying that freedom, that chance of being in that kingdom. Yes, the kingdom of isolation. Not this place of devastation and depression. Not this place of hatred and sadness. I'm screaming and shouting, begging and crying, but no, my voice is not being heard out there. And it seems like I will continue to live my life in this buckle and with this sorrow in my soul. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kwanele, and apparently she calls herself Queen K. Now our next speaker is Lona Galeni.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Lona Galeni. Just allow me to give voice to the souls grown and groomed by domestic workers, growl and roar to be heard as realistic fellows, that enthusiastic spirit enriched with gold and honey. Stand up bold and smiley and say, I will be someone worth of something, and the eyes of this being will live to witness this. Hear me out as I say, it's all in the eyes of this being. Out in the tummy of this being was his creatures with so much to understand. She who wakes up in the cold morning, I couldn't stand, to clean toilets for us to eat. She is seen as an entity trying to make ends meet. She who lives her own children to nurture children of another woman. Her own children she taught to be strong like a man. They have a father, yet they're ashamed to say he is no man. She who holds her dreams in her eyes. She who molds her future at the back of her mind. She who knows that when up goes, down must come. Just to be seen doing a case, she goes round and round. It's all in the eyes of this being. Listen to the voice of this ink as it cries. Xa ndicinga ngoncumo lwesinxenxo sakho, xesha lomlayezo lapha entliziyweni yam, uphume emzimbeni wam ngomzimba onganaxhala. Nangona ndixhexekile emoyeni wam, ndilithi uqabeleka ngqondo yam undikhokele. Thank you for your existence. Yet it's not our fault that we live in this situation, and the struggle of pain is making us feel like we're nothing. We've seen you doing this and that for us to be okay. You take this, mix it with that day by day. Yet it will be our fault that we live in this situation today because you made sure that we are fed with education. Your vision was to see prosperation in us. It's now up to us to acknowledge that, as it's all in the eyes of this being.
Yeah, back again. My name is Gary Mailula, as I've said earlier, and I'm going to render a poem titled Love, because the one of science, I think maybe some of us are distracted about it. Yeah. You are a dishy darling dream boat. One glance from you will melt my heart like a butter. You drive me crazy like a car without a license. Your love is like a red rose. Your love is like a melody that plays in your tune. Life without you won't be the same. Life without you would be like a body without a soul. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. We're done with our individual poems. Now it's our group poems. Now I'm gonna welcome a group which we call ourselves Prisoners of Love.
Afternoon to you all once again. Our poem is entitled Love. Describing him would be a waste of time, for he is mine and yet mine to keep.
Love. Oh yes, love. He's an uncontrollable being that makes me feel so impatient, makes me go back to those days where I was tightened in his arms, thinking of nothing else but him, whispering those sweet nothings in my ear.
He runs his fingers down my cheeks, admiring his beauty. I just couldn't resist. But how could something so beautiful feel so wrong?
He reflects me, it feels as if we won, as if Mother Nature granted us with the greatest gift of love. The most precious one, a jewel that brings light into this world. How could they try to keep us apart?
They say he doesn't really exist, that he's just a legend, a mere myth. But I know he's there. Yeah, I know because we coexist. He's a bonfire that will forever burn in me, a wild horse that can never be tamed.
His name is Love. Now he was sent from above.
Pure white like an angelic dove. We thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now our next group is the Epicas.
Greetings once again. Me and my group are back to render a poem entitled The New Africa. We are Africans, those people that you thought they will never prosper, those people that you thought they will never see the glory. You thought we will always live in sorrow, but here we are today saying we are the leaders.
Africa, a place of joy, a place of happiness, a place where people express themselves, a place where people live their life the way they want to.
Africa, a place where everybody is free to express their feeling, a place where the atmosphere is filled with peace. Africa has become united.
Africa, a place with dignity and unity, a place where everybody knows his own identity. That's why we sing Nkosi Sikelel' Africa.
We sing Nkosi Sikelel' Africa, the song that unites us. We sing Nkosi Sikelel' Africa, the song that makes us who we are. We have become a nation that is so determined for greatness, a nation that is more focused on its future. Africa, my motherland. Africa, my nation. Thank you.
Thank you.